Hi, I'm Cody from Wall Street Breakdown. You like watching movies? I bet you do. I bet you like watching movies on Netflix. Well, it just so happens while there's a lot of earnings coming up for the rest of the week, the major earnings story for the day was earnings from Netflix. So why don't you sit down and watch this, and then we'll get back to that movie that you were watching. Netflix's earnings per share were 29 cents. That missed what the street estimated by 3 cents. Revenues of $2.99 billion did beat the street estimate by 20 million though, and that revenue number is up 30.6% year over year. A lot of people are watching movies on Netflix. They added 850,000 domestic editions. That's with the consensus being 774,000. So that beat the consensus estimate pretty handedly. International editions were 4.45 million. And that beat the consensus estimates for those editions as well, which were 3.72. Again, quite handedly. So Netflix is adding a lot of customers. Obviously, domestically, they're quite saturated. I mean, there's not a whole lot more that they can go, right? Like they've covered as much space as we can expect them to cover, but internationally, they have, 5.5 billion plus people. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that they're going to be able to cater to, and Netflix seems to be making original content for all sorts of different countries and different languages, and they're finding a way to penetrate, and rightfully so. They better, because their market value is way, way overshot as far as I'm concerned, regardless of what these good addition numbers are. So they're 465 million in negative cash right now, which is not terrible when you consider they were 506 negative last year. And this is a company that has been running up debt its entire life. Like, for it to just be making earnings per share at 29 cents, when I say that it missed the street estimate by 3 cents, I'm telling you it made 29 cents. That's remarkable for Netflix. There was a point in time where this company made no money, none whatsoever, and it was so overvalued. And still, when you look at the actual metrics, I think this company is so overvalued. You speak to your licensed professional financial advisor. Don't listen to me, but please, due diligence on this one. If you're not in this already, getting in this now. Look, don't do it. Netflix's share price at the end of the day, $202.68. That's up at 1.6% roughly. So people kind of like the news, but there's so much money on the table with this already. Of course, they want it to happen. You know what? They almost are forcing the issue to the point where, I don't know what to tell you. Price to book is like 28.11. Price to tangible books in the negatives. Price to earnings, trailing price to earnings, 243. 243 trailing price to earnings. I mean, you beat on revs, and you beat that number solid, plus 30%. But I mean, we're talking international viewership growth, right? So we're talking all these new subscribers and all these new areas. You're going to get that growth. But is that growth going to be sustainable? And when they get to that number, when they finally get to a number that's kind of plateaued, or before we see any of these other numbers coming down, any of the price to earnings coming down, like the price per share, this stuff is not going to correct itself until we really see a saturation in some of these other markets. But when we get to there, how much does all the content cost for them to provide? How many other actual content creators have gone their own direction as being a streaming service becomes easier and easier? If you're doing any kind of investing in Netflix, please, licensed professional financial advisor, do your due diligence. Netflix with a pretty decent earning call, revenue up 30% year over year. You can't debate the growth, that's for sure. I'm Cody with Wall Street Breakdown. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, thumbs up for this video, leave us a comment, let us know what movies you're watching. We love hearing from you.